Hey y'all, and welcome in to this message. So, hope you're doing well. Okay, I pre-shuffle these decks and then I just put them down. I'm intentionally not looking at what's the bottom card. But in every single deck that I picked up tonight in the pre-shuffle, which was 4 different decks, the death card came out in every single one of those decks. It's kind of crazy. So, some sort of rebirth energy is very strong in the collective energy right now. So what do we need to talk about? Because you know what else is interesting? Maybe we'll just do that. Yeah, okay. Being guided to do that. So while I was shuffling the tarot deck, there was a card that like flipped out from the bottom, and so I decided to take it, and I pulled a whole spread with that, and it was a love message. It was a very, very clear love message. But I'm being guided to take the cards from the bottom on this time, and also whatever comes out while I'm shuffling, whatever jumps out. But it's going to be what you don't see, or what's hidden, the energy that's hidden, the subconscious or sub energies of the situation. Interesting. All right, guys, let's do it. From the bottom. Magic. Ooh, okay. Number 3. Magic. That's the energy that's hidden. Oh. Okay. And then let's see, what do we need to know about this energy? What do we need to know about this energy? Air. That's interesting because air is the pursuit of thought. What? The pursuit of clarity, wisdom, knowing, truth, knowledge, awareness. We have meditate at the bottom of the deck, and this one's to see growth. Interesting. All right. What is the outcome of this situation? Earth. This is really interesting. And then we have nature spirit. What? This is an 11. This is an 11. And air is a 10. Nature spirits. I'm going to take this. And then we're going to get the rest of the cards with the Prism Oracle, because this is feeling very interesting. I don't usually pull cards like this. Let's do the same way with the Prism Oracle. See what wants to come out. Growth. I like it. Are you expanding spiritual gift? Sweetness. Magic again. I'm liking this. Earth magic. Growth. And nature spirits here sort of overseeing everything. But we're still going to grab one card for nature spirits as well. Passion. Careful. I don't know why that came up. Okay. And let's grab tarot, but we're just going to see what jumps out with tarot. For magic, please. Because this is the only way that I could describe this, the energy that's out right now. Let's see, make sure I can get everything on here. Is misty. I'm literally like one of the scenes in the movie Hocus Pocus where it's just like the scene of a street before the kids come on it and start trick-or-treating, but there's like a tree-lined street and it's just misty, and you know it's like an ominous mist. Interesting. Why? There's not clarity around how this magic works. Yeah, and then hello, that's so cool. We have the Queen of Wands, who I always associate with like the female magician. She's able to manifest miracles through her passion, through her fire, through her inner knowing that she can and she will, so she does. And then we have this black cat energy here too. Interesting. Yeah, sunflowers might be of significance to you. nourishment. Yeah, growth and flowers. Are you growing confidence, awareness in your abilities, your spiritual abilities, your connection to the earth, the magic that can unfold if you allow it? You're remembering. Something is bringing this awareness back to you. Flowers again in these cups. Where do we want to put this? Here? Okay. So this felt very like a grandmother's hug, which is interesting. But then as soon as I put it down next to this passion card, it felt like you were ignited. Like you remembered there was something important that you were supposed to do. And it like came down and downloaded. And I'm doing this because it's like coming down your crown chakra and through your body, and you remembered, and it ignites this like passion within you. It's really interesting. Having to do with flowers. Oh, and the death card. I hope that was on camera, the way that flipped over. But like I said a couple seconds ago, or a couple minutes ago, the death card came out in every deck that I shuffled in the pre-shuffle. And we have temperance at the bottom. So this is like a divinely orchestrated, balanced, new beginning and rebirth energy. Death and rebirth energy. Because when something ends, something beautiful and new begins with the Wheel of Fortune at the bottom of the deck. Wow. This is what I mean. It's like the energy is misty because you're not sure where things are going, but according to the tarot, they're going in a good direction. The wheel is spinning in your favor, on to calmer waters. Out of and away from situations that don't allow you to trust and work your magic. Interesting. Why is sweetness here? Is it because... I'll let the cards say. Yeah, but... Page of Cups. A proposal. An offering of love. These magnolia flowers. Something about that. Magnolia flowers. So I'm being reminded of magnolia leaves, and there's something about magnolia leaves being protective. The magnolia flowers being the sweetness. That's nice. Magnolia flowers, when they are in bloom, with this air card, I'm getting the idea of the smell, the aroma that they put out. Are you working with essential oils? Are you working with incense, candles, herbs? Is this an offering? A spiritual offering of some sort to give back in gratitude? 414 on the timer as I say that, because that would be a beautiful thing. That's how you work and grow your earth magic. You partner with the Fae. What else? Yeah, I'm liking that. That feels nice. I think that makes sense. It's a balance. It's a grounded balance between speaking things into existence, what you wish. What I just got from this is, and yeah, that's really nice. So the imagination card came out in this deck. It was the only card to jump out. And what I get from this right here, especially as I was holding my hand over the air sign, is that you have this beautiful imagination and this beautiful idea of how things could work in balance. And what I mean by things, I mean how how the natural realms and the natural cycles of the planet and us as humans and inhabitants of that planet can coexist in balance and in beautiful ways and support each other. And oh, look at that, the Lovers at the bottom of the deck. And that sweetness, that beautiful vision that you have in your head, you're going to be able to bring at least some of that to life and ground it into this actual 3D reality through this magic energy. And that feels really, really lovely. And maybe you are working with flowers. It really does feel like flowers or maybe essences, Bach flower essences might be something that you are aware of, you're already working with, or that you should consider looking into. I didn't necessarily get like a healing vibe from this, but it might be that as well. So I don't know why I just shuffled away the lovers, but maybe it's because there was that really sort of passionate love energy that I feel coming from your energy when we start to really think about how much gratitude you have for the planet and for being able to live on this planet and be supported by it in so many different ways that people don't even consider, like having clean water, um, having clean air, all of those things, the food that is in our grocery stores, how that's grown, who it's grown by, all of that stuff, the nourishment that the actual planet and nature provides. It's You are deeply connected and aware of that, and you're going to be able to um, manifest your gratitude for that in some sort of 3D form. And it'll bring you abundance, but it'll also bring you great satisfaction and contentment. That's beautiful. Well, good for you. And so it'll be a way for you to release burdens as well. And that comes with this passion energy. So if there's a fire, there's also why is that? I don't know if I believe that true, but that's going to come out, so I'm going to say it. If there's a fire, then there's also a sadness. I don't know if I believe that. But maybe that's part of the transmutation process for you, is channeling some sort of sadness into a passion, into this way that you can give back to the planet, this way that you can work your magic to inspire others to realize their connection to the planet. I'm putting this away. Interesting. I don't usually call that out either. I'm not usually like, okay, that's going away. Up, the lovers again. So maybe you're partnering with somebody to help you bring this vision to life. Maybe you've never even expressed this beautiful these beautiful thoughts that you have in your head, these ideas that really would benefit both humanity and the planet. Awesome. Awesome energy. Oh, I want to take the lovers. They said, take the lovers. Yeah, and you're gonna be freeing, like, you're gonna be removing the blindfold, because a lot of people are in illusion. They've lost their connection. And so it's funny because this card talks about restriction, right? The Eight of Swords. But I saw an animation of this where she takes off her blindfold, she frees herself from these bounds, and then picks up one of the swords and charges at the screen. And that's like, I can't unsee that whenever I see this card. And that's the energy that I get from this, is you're going to be not only freeing yourself because you're going to use your voice and express your truth and reveal just how important our connection to the planet that we inhabit is, because we've lost that. You're going to inspire a lot of people to speak up and use their voice as well, to remove the blindfold and see the truth and speak that truth as well. You might be of Native American descent, which, thank you, because that's awesome. All right, so in the last message, oh my God, I just shuffled twice. Again. So this is a very different energy that you're moving into. This is not where you usually hang out. I don't know why that came out that way. Maybe you're more corporate right now, or that's what you spend your time doing, working. But there's a shift into this being your primary focus, or being of very high importance in your life. That's why the death keeps coming out, because this is what you're shifting into. This is what you're moving towards. And in order to do that, endings are merely new beginnings. In order to do that, certain things have to end. But what I was about to say before things got like very confirmational, is that this deck can tend to be a little rude. I don't know why. I just feel like the messages that come out, they're on point always. And they're very honest, which is what I ask for, truth and clarity in these messages for whoever's watching them. But it could be a little sassy. So let's see. For the soul's journey, let's grab an affirmation for whoever's going through this. It feels like a reconnection, or it's not an awakening, but it's a remembering of your connection, and of that, the importance of that connection, and how it's going to take a more front seat sort of role in your life. And this also feels like, I did say grandmother when this card came out. Card came out. This does feel like you're being guided through this transition period, or you're being guided to take a leap of faith to move more towards this energy, because it's where your heart resides, and it's where you'll find people who are like-minded and share this magical energy and this passion and this sweetness and this vision of a beautiful future. And yeah, come on, that's where your happiness lies. Vortex of happiness, that's what I always feel whenever I see that card. All right, let's close this message out with an affirmation or two, please. Pride. I love myself, and I see myself in everyone. 808 on the timer as I say that. That's an interesting one. Oh, I love that. So, what I get from this is, you're a very hopeful person, even if you don't necessarily outwardly express it, but you're hopeful in that, and that's so cool. You're hopeful in that the way that you connect to these nature spirits, the way that you connect to the planet, the energy that you share with it, the depth of that connection, you are hopeful, and you see that connection and that depth is possible in other people. And that's a beautiful thing. Like, you actually truly believe that with not proper education, I don't know why that came out, but with raising people's awareness to your own connection, to their own connection, to the magic that is this planet and the way it supports us in ways that we forget every day, you have cultivated that within yourself, that appreciation, that gratitude, that awareness of that connection, and you have this strong, not just hope, but knowing that other people will also soon cultivate that same sense, that same energy, that same pride. And that's a beautiful thing. That comes back to this sweetness, that you have a very sweet way of thinking. That is what I'm getting. And I love it. I love it a lot. So good for you. You might be an Aquarius. So that is going to be your message. I think that's lovely. I think you are very highly supported in this, both on the planet and off the planet, in the spiritual realms, and in other planets as well, is what I'm understanding from this, because you're going to have an impact here that ripples, and that changes people's perspective, because it's like I said, it's very magical energy, but there's a mystery around it. And I think there's a mystery around it intentionally. Like, I'm not supposed to reveal it, because I'm also not supposed to understand it, because you do. And you're going to bring that awareness to others. You're going to shine that light. Oh, that's so cool. I love it, because it's your own sort of magic. Now, that's the only way that you can describe it. Yep, and somebody just beeped outside at 9 o'clock at night. All right, let's grab a couple signs to close this out. Oh, why did I put the pride card away? Interesting. One or two signs, maybe an earth sign, maybe an air sign. Sagittarius. Okay. Libra. Yeah, there you go. Air. Virgo. Earth. Oh, don't cover. Sorry. One more. One more sign. This might be your sun, moon, or rising. But all signs. Yeah, I was going to say, but you'll know if this message is for you. So, thank you, sassy all signs. One more. Fine. Aries. All right. That is your message. I hope you enjoyed it. Give me a like, comment, share, all that good stuff. Thanks.